Okay, so in this video we're going to be making Ghostbusters. This is the handout for the project. If I show you where you can get that. So if you create a new window, and we'll browse to codeclubprojects.com. I'll just scroll down a bit, find Scratch, scroll down a little bit more, and here we are. This is Ghostbusters. It's a fun little game, so let's get started. But first I'll show you what it looks like. So the idea is you're in a spooky wood and you need to click on a ghost or a bat if you see it, and you've got 10 seconds to get as many as possible. So I've got 2 ghosts and 1 bat, and I think the bat got me most of the points. So let's build that from scratch. So we just go to scratch.mit.edu, and I'm going to be doing this in the new Scratch 3 version, just for fun. So we'll give that a go. Hopefully by the time you use this, it'll look a bit better. There's a few features that aren't there that are in the version 2, but it's still pretty good. Okay, so let's just get started. So what I'm going to do is create the backdrop. So come down here, search for wood, and this one looks suitably spooky. There's no real place for Felix in this one, so we'll delete that. And we'll add a sprite. Notice all these controls have changed around. I'm just going to go through it. So we'll pick a ghost. Okay, so we have our backdrop, we have a ghost. Let's make the ghost appear at intervals. So let's go to the code section. Go to events. So when the game starts, when we click on the green flag, we want something to happen. So the first thing we're going to do is hide it. So I'm in the Deluxe tab, hide that, go to control. We're going to repeat till the end of the game. So as far as we're concerned, forever will be quite nice. And I'm going to wait a second. There we go. Then I'm going to show. And then I'm going to wait another second. And then I'm going to hide it again. Okay, so let's give that a go, see what we've done. So hopefully this will blink in and out of existence, about a second each. And it'll do that until the world ends. So next thing to do is we're going to make that appear a bit more randomly. So let's stop that. And go to motion. Now there's 2 ways we can do this. We can do it this way. So I'm going to pick this block, and we can pick a random number. I'll have that again. Between minus 150 and 150. Okay, just to remind you, X and Y. X goes this way because X is across, and Y just goes up and down. Do the same here. Right, let's try that. So it should appear random places. Super, that's working. There is another way of doing that though. We head to motion, and we can just go to a random position now. So let's pop that instead and try that. That's good, I'm happy with that. It's not a good idea to leave these lying around, so let's just get rid of that. Okay, let's see if we can do some sort of game with this. So all we want to be able to do is click on the ghost and then it disappears. And hopefully we'll add a score, but we'll put those in stages. So let's have another event when we click on the sprite. We are going to then hide it. So let's try that. At this point, it's actually difficult to know if you've clicked on it or not, because it's due to disappear in a second anyway. So at this point, I think we need to start adding the score. So to do that, we're going to head over to variables. Score is going to be a variable because they vary. So we're going to start off with no points or no score up to, well, there's no upper limit on the score. Obviously, if you can carry on playing forever, it's not going to be much of an interest. Make a variable, we call it score for all sprites. So when this sprite is clicked, I want to change score. Now this is available because we've created it. If we'd have done this in the other order, score wouldn't be showing here. And we're going to change score by 1. Okay, so let's try that. So, okay, I did click it. I missed it. See, I thought I clicked it, but I hadn't. Okay, well that seems to be going up. So this, okay, but there's a flaw with that. So if we try that again, score's 5, goes up. Okay, stop and restart the game. And my score isn't resetting, so let's do that. So I'm going to set my score to 0 each time. Okay, so a couple points. So let's restart the game. And that resets. Okay. Now, I could play this for an hour. I probably wouldn't. But if I played it for an hour, I might have a score of, say, 100. And so how could I then compare myself against somebody else who's got a score of 50 when they may have played it for an hour, they may have played it for half an hour. So what we're going to do is put a time limit in. So to do that, we're going to create a new variable, time, and we're going to set time to start off at 10. And we need a countdown. So what do we do this in another loop? So actually, that's not very neat. That should be there. So everything to do with time is all in this block rather than spread out throughout our program. And we'll have repeat on 2. Go through the loops in a moment. So the operators. Not thinking. So my time is 0. Now it doesn't matter which order you put these two in, but if you keep it consistent, it becomes easier to read. So I tend to have the variable on this side. Okay, so this loop will reset my time to 10. I can and let's get to wait a second because that's kind of what we were thinking of. So every second the time goes down from 10 down to 9 down to 8. And once that's finished, we want to stop everything. So that's the end of the game. So with a bit of luck, we should have a 10-second. And something's gone wrong, so the time's not going down. So time's 10. Done. Missed a bit. And what's quite good is I've just changed this now in live. This is now updating the time. So let's get 1 ghost. When we hit 0, That's it. Game's finished. Right, so that's the basis for this. Let's have a quick look at what we've done. So we've got simple background, we've got one sprite, and what we'll do is we've got this variable and we've got some loops. So the loops are interesting. So we've got this forever loop here. So as long as the game is running, we're going to be doing this set of instructions. And once we finished it, we're going to go back and then do them again. So we're going to wait 1 second, go to a random point on the screen. We're going to show our ghost there. We'll show the ghost for a second and then we'll hide it. Once we click, if we can manage to click on the sprite, we'll hide it and we'll add 1 to the score. And we've also got a timer down here, so we'll set the time to 10 initially. We'll repeat until we've run out of time. So to do that, we'll go around this loop and take 1 second off the time, and then we'll wait 1 second. Now, time isn't seconds, it's just a number, but we're using that to represent seconds. And once we've run out of time, if you like, we'll stop everything. Okay, so we have a particular game. We can maximize that. So the next thing we might want to do is to play it a bit and decide what changes we're going to make. If we're making our own games, chances of getting the game perfect on the first go is, well, it's unlikely. It might happen. It would be good. I think it's best to assume that we'd want to make some changes. So how would we make this game harder? Well, we can make the ghost smaller. We can make it bigger if we want to make it easier. So to make it smaller, let's do that so it looks. Set the size. Well, what we could do is we could set the size to be a random amount. So some of them would be big, some of them would be small. I think that would be in keeping. So I'm going to set the size to a random. Yes, I was going to say, notice the rounded shape of these. So these, and they tend to have either a rounded shape or a jaggy edge. That kind of helps you determine what can go where, whether you couldn't have another operator in there. So let's set the size to a random, I think a 30 to 80%. I'll try that. So, excuse me, just do one thing, try it out. So that's quite a bit smaller. Medium size. Yeah, it's fairly big. Small again. Medium. And the game finishes. Okay, I'm fairly happy with that. If we wanted to make the game easier, we could increase the minimum size, so they're all fairly easy to click on. We could certainly increase the anticipation by waiting a random number of seconds, so we could do that. Now, as it stands, if we wait between 1 and 10 random seconds on a 10-second game, we might not even see a ghost. So let's make that half a second, so 0.5, and we can make it between 1.5 seconds. We're going to keep the length of time that it's on the screen to 1 second. And try that. Okay, let's try that again. I'm not sure. Again, with randomness, it's a bit hard to test. Okay, I'm fairly happy that works. What would be nice though would be to add another sprite that appears less frequently and is worth more in score. So let's try that. So what I'm going to do is create a new sprite. We go with the bat. Yep, that would work for me. And we're going to do excuse me, the same again. Now the backpack isn't working on the this beta edition of version 3, so we're going to have to redo some of that code ourselves. So head back to events. I'll just go through this quickly because it's all very similar. We'll repeat forever. We're going to be waiting a second or two, which will actually be random. Okay, so we want this to appear less randomly, maybe once in the game. So we could go for between 6 seconds and 8 seconds. We need to hide this. And we could do with showing it and waiting a second. So that would make the batter flick in and out, well, probably just the once. We still need to have some option to score that. So when it's clicked, I want to hide. Well, wait, there we go. And I want to change my variables. Now, we have we set these variables, score and time, on the ghost sprite. Now we could have said make these private. If we look at make my variable, we happen to have this ticked. If we'd have said that, we wouldn't have been able to see those variables. Okay, 1's a bit stingy for this, so I want to make that 5 points. So it's definitely worth going for the bat. And while we're here, let's make him appear in a random position again. So head to motion. We'll just go to a random position. So we should be seeing the bat at some point. There we go. Yeah, it was worth waiting for. Okay, and there you have it. So that's it's time for you now to change it up, make it easier, make it more difficult, put some new sprites in there if you want, and be interested to see what you come up with. Okay, take care. Thanks for that.